Hi Capricorn, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of the 27th of December 2021 to the 2nd of January 2022 as we get ready to begin the new year. Thank you so much for joining me, and just keep in mind this is a general weekly read, so just take what resonates, don't stress over what doesn't. But we're beginning or implementing 2 new additions to these weekly reads moving forward. One of which was recommended or just encouraged by one of my subscribers recently, which I used to do if you were to rewind, if you've been with me for a while, which is the song of the week. We're bringing it on back, okay? Having Spirit pretty much speak through a song. Interesting. Didn't mean to say that. Choose a song and shuffle to speak upon your week. And so once I mention that, I'll leave it in the description box below for you to check it out or look up the lyrics. And then at the end of this reading, you have to stick with me till the end. We'll have you think of a yes or no question along the way, and we'll use this crystal necklace, which is a pendulum for me, to give you that answer. All right? But so the song that Spirit chose for you for the week is Crazy Little Thing Called Love by Queen. Okay? So I'll leave that once again in the description box below. Let's aim on down and pull some cards. Alrighty, so we're going to begin by pulling the overall focus or energy for the week from the Green Witch Oracle deck, if I could even say it. There is a level of abundance that is taking place for you this week. I don't feel the need to show this card, but it just feels as if you're being reminded of how abundant you are. You're just feeling that way due to all the love that is surrounding you. Going back to the overall song of Crazy Little Thing Called Love. All right? For my lovely Capricorns for this upcoming week, the 27th of December to the 2nd of January. Memory. Interesting. It's a week where you're remembering, you're maybe going through memories or just seeking to understand certain memories that come to be. You could find that they're coming through your dreams, daydreams, hearing Spirit just as you're going through your day, through your week, or you just... some of you thinking back to a leadership position or one you passed up in one way, shape, or form, or just these memories that prepare you for a leadership position in one way, shape, or form. Okay. A huge focus on energy. I think a lot of you will be high in energy for the most part, but then feeling as if certain energies do affect you more than normal or just in general. All right. Let's pull the main part of the reading from the Tarot of Dreams. There's a focus on one, if not 2 other fire signs, or just 2 fire signs in general. You might have fire in your chart as well. We're going to pull 6 for the week. Just making sure the microphone's on. Here we go. We're up to 5 as you can see. What else do we have for Capricorn? All right. So we have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, as well as the Queen of Swords. Interesting, you might find that a feisty being that has taken over recently or just comes about you occasionally gets away from you. Or at certain points you're feisty and then it just leaves your life. Or you may not feel as if you have to make a lot of decisions this week, but more so just kind of figure things out in one way, shape, or form as you're being taken or pushed down this memory lane in one way, shape, or form by Spirit in the universe. But Emperor, you are planning in one way, shape, or form, but it doesn't feel like you're making any concrete decisions this week. But for the most part, you're just feeling kind of happy. There are some emotional parts of the week, but you are viewing this week, if not you should be, as a week to heal, to keep that hope alive. The High Priestess to begin this 6-card spread, or just the Priestess. Interesting, I'm looking right here, the key to all mystery on this card, if you look at the bottom on the scroll, and I feel like the beginning of the week, it's a time for Spirit to fill in a few blanks, or to remind you of something that feels very mysterious. You might be looking at somebody close to you or in your life, and their work, or whatever they do on a day-to-day basis, and feeling they're very mysterious, or you just don't get it, for whatever reason. Let's clarify. 3 of Swords, and it's interesting because that's the last card, so the number 33 coming out. A week that reminds you that even with all the heartbreak of life and the stresses, the difficulties and the obstacles, you're meant to be successful, but you're also meant to be spiritually connected for the better and for the worse, right? But it just feels like you are given certain memories where it's like, well, damn, that was a rough patch, but it feels like before the new year, before something you're about to begin or just make the best out of, or give birth to, you need to sort of remember what not to do, or just where you slipped up in the past, or why this happened in general. It feels like some memories will become more clear and we'll understand them a bit better throughout the week, and others will still be a big question mark. And that's purposeful, I guess. Magician. So two major arcanas in a row. There's a huge focus on your manifestation skills, on your mindset when it comes to the middle of the first half of the week. Interesting, we did have the judgment card over here, but I felt the need to hold back from showing it. But I do feel as if this is the middle part of the week where you need to release this overthinking or certain negative thoughts that do come to be, right? Or this might be the point in the week where you're pushed to release that feisty side. Any pent up sort of frustration or anxiety, because I feel like you do allow for certain stresses or just how much you care about other people or wanting things to work out perfectly to the point where you cause yourself certain levels of anxiety or stress. Okay, you're stressing over a situation you're getting ready to leave, potentially not wanting to tell somebody or make it super clear to those around you, but needing to take a step back and realize that it's a situation you have to leave for your health for one reason or another. I feel like for a lot of you it's a living situation or a job or both. All right. And it's one of those situations where you need to realize you are manifesting the negative thoughts and the positive ones is either way. So just keep it positive, optimistic, and remember the power of your, I'm hearing earth sign mind, your Capricorn mind. All right. I'm also hearing use your sword to your advantage instead of bringing out that feisty side moving forward. All right. We have the Knight of Swords. Two of Cups. You can find that you just have somebody sort of swooping in to cheer you up towards the end of the first half of the week, or one coming in to sort of, in a feisty way, scoop you up and just make you theirs, or just initiate a connection between the two of you. All right, but either way, there's a huge focus on what you and someone else want to go after, whether it's a connection together or just a change, or how you're going to make the best out of something moving forward. It just feels like it may be a little bit of conflict to finish up the week between you and one other person if you're committed, or even if it's maybe just a family member. But it just feels like there's a focus on eliminating that conflict or that never-ending battle kind of feeling, and just simplifying things in your mind so you don't add to the overall stress in your life. Because I feel like I said it in last week's read for you, your health is super important more than ever at this point, for one reason or another, if not multiple. 10 of Wands. And so you begin the second half of the week and you're feeling like you have a lot on your plate, on your back, but you do add some of which onto your plate unnecessarily at times. It just feels like a heavy part of the week where you need to plan and reevaluate how to feel a lot lighter, a lot healthier moving forward. I do see it being partially due to your mindset, but it's part of the week where you do need to sort of reevaluate as you're feeling a bit depleted. Just a little bit sort of low in energy, but for the most part you are high in energy, but sometimes that's due to your anxiety levels, right? But it's where this part of the week to begin the second half where you need to dig for the inner strength. A reminder will come through that you've made it through all the other obstacles that you maybe second guessed whether you could overcome or just make the best out of, right? And that you just are stronger than you give yourself credit for at times. I feel like even a potential suitor or your loved one or certain family members, people you hold close, near and dear to your heart, might remind you of how strong you are, just try to convince you or help you lighten your load a bit. Okay. I just heard if somebody tries to cheer you up, let them. Let them, Capricorn. Don't be stubborn in that sense, okay? They're just trying to assist you in a healthy manner. They may honestly be getting a push from spirit in the universe to cheer you up, okay? View it as a gift of abundance. We're moving on to the Nine of Cups. It's interesting, you just either get cheered up by this individual or these multiple people, or just a reminder of what lies ahead just pops into your memory, into your mind, or you get a gift, something takes place between this beginning of second half of the week, beginning of the second half of the week and the middle, where you're feeling so happy, you're feeling more content, your energy is feeling more balanced. There's a wish fulfillment that you are manifesting at this time, whether it comes in at this point or not, you're being pushed to focus on it. Okay. I just heard, it's, as I looked at the death card, it's the end of no longer believing in things working out. Okay. The Hierophant. And so reminding you that before this wish fulfillment comes in, for a lot of you, there's a change that needs to take place. And it has a lot to do with your mental habits, or just what you allow to stay on or come onto your plate. Maybe needing to sort of do a better job moving forward of saying no, or just stepping back and being like, damn, I need to take care of myself, implement some self-care, or just take time off for one reason or another. Or just focus on other areas of my life that I haven't been watering enough, needing to at times develop a nice balance between the areas of your life. It does feel like one area will take up or kind of redirect your attention a lot moving forward for the most part, but it's a lesson that they're highlighting at this point in the week, given there is a situation that leaves you a bit trapped and restricted, or this could just be, again, your mental habits. Nobody's perfect, although I feel like you do expect yourself to be perfect at certain points, or even this individual, if you're committed, or other people in your life. Perfection is unattainable, and I just heard not healthy. It's just not, it's not fun either. Anyways, Three of Swords to finish up the week. So some of these memories are going to come to be. You may even be thinking back, especially at the end of the first half of the week, to rewind real quick. Keywording. To rewind real quick. You're pushed to rewind to the beginning of a connection, or when you first met somebody, or how things have transpired up until this point. You know, I feel like some of you might be thinking back to the beginning of a connection and being like, well, damn, I didn't treat them perfectly, but we're doing a better job now. And so therefore a reminder to keep the conflict at bay, right? To not sort of stress over the little things, to remember the larger picture and just remember who has your back and just who's meant to be in your life. But also don't, when thinking about one specific person in your life who feels very opinionated, don't stress over doing what's right for you. You may feel the need to keep what you're moving towards or away from to yourself. That's okay. You were drawn to this reading for one reason or another. And I feel like for a lot of you was to remind you that you're keeping it on the down low because you're meant to sort of move forward with it or move away from it for a reason. Don't feel bad. Because I feel like this is a person you share almost everything with, or just a lot of your updates. Five of Wands, it just feels like you're given a lot of conflict when it comes to the memories you're reliving, or you're just stressing over them in one way, shape, or form. You might be thinking back to, once again, to a more stressful period, or when you just made certain mistakes or weren't the best version of yourself. So be it, right? Nobody's perfect, once again, and it's a ending to the week where you're reminded to just be the healthiest, best version, the kindest version of yourself moving forward. And I feel like a big change on the horizon will allow you to sort of remember that that is who you are on a soul level, okay? That better version of you, or at least you should embrace that side of you all the meanwhile. And it might make you a little bit feisty to finish up the week, but again, you're pushed once again to release that Queen of Swords feisty side of you, and just try not to blame others for your feisty spiritual connection or the memories that are coming back to be, or even don't blame yourself to finish up the week for slipping up or not being the best version of yourself at certain points. It is going to be a heavy ending to the week, but you'll get through it, as certain things will be clarified for the better of your situation, of your future. Reminders will come through as well. You're meant to be a leader to help others down their path. Okay? Let's finish up with the Find Your Happy card. We got, there are no wrong decisions. I grow from all my choices. Yep, absolutely. Definitely going to be reminded of that this week. And the fastest way to my fulfillment is to live my values. I hope you thought of a yes or no question at this point, but if not, I'll give you a hot second. All right, for Capricorn. The answer to your question is no. All right. So if this reading was truly helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope you have the most amazing week, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Capricorn.